where the traitor lost both his name and his face.
So you want to call me out, Brock Lesnar? Well, here I am. Here I am standing before you, and I know you're in the back, ready to answer your challenge. Payback, you and me, one-on-one. You want to know why I kicked you out on the curb? You want to know why Heyman and I replaced you with a bigger, stronger, badder man in Ryback? A man that we can trust to get the job done. Is because, Brock, you failed me. I gave you one task, and that was to beat Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And what did you do? You let me down. You let Paul Heyman down. You let this company down. You let the authority down. You let everyone down. When I saw your name get drafted to SmackDown, it brought a smile to my face because I knew that I could finally replace you. I knew that I could finally get you gone out of my life and out of the authority's way without any hassle whatsoever. And in 2 weeks' time at the Payback pay-per-view, I'm gonna handle business just like my father-in-law would. I'm gonna do what is best for business, and that is kick your ass. So I accept your challenge, Brock. Me and you, one-on-one. But I like to make the decisions around here, Brock. So I am going to make this match between you and I a no-holds-barred match. Well, it's nice to know, Hunter, that you have a pair of balls down there. But the fact is, at Payback, you will get the beating of your life. And you just made it a no-holds-barred match, Hunter. That suits me a hell of a lot more than it suits you. I am the most dangerous man on this planet. I am going to destroy you limb from limb because you sent me on my way. You sent me packing. And if you think for 1 second I'm going to forget that, then think again. At Payback, Payback will be mine, and Payback will be a bitch for you, but I'm not gonna wait till Payback. I'm getting some now. Well, Brock Lesnar did say he was gonna show up on Raw, and here he is. He's happy that Triple H has accepted the challenge. These two men are gonna meet at Payback, but it looks as though Lesnar's gonna get him some now, but Triple H is not backing down. Ryback's trying to, stop Triple H from getting to him, but oh, here comes Triple H. Oh, he gets a right hand in. A sneaky right hand. Lesnar's fighting back. He gets some as well. And wow, what a start to Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BrendenPlayz. Well, we are going to see Triple H versus Brock Lesnar one-on-one at Payback. It is going to be no holds barred. No DQ, no countouts. It's going to be a fight. So, we're going to kick off today's Raw. We're going to have the International Airstrike taking on R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Truth and Consequences. These two teams have been one of the top two teams emerging in recent weeks. Will we see those two teams, one of those two teams, facing the Charisma Code at Payback? Natalya will face, well, supposedly the number one contender, Naomi. Naomi does have a rematch clause, but she's certainly not been very impressive in recent times. Ziggler and Langston are going to team up against Rollins and Cesaro. I can confirm that these four men will compete in a fatal four-way match for the US title. So we're going to have two halves of the equation going at it here tonight. Charisma Code are in action. They're going to take on RVD and Sheamus. Is this a new tag team emerging? Are we going to see RVD and Sheamus team up full time? I have no idea. Ryback, the new Paul Heyman and the Authorities guy, is going to take on Kane. A lot of you guys felt as though Kane was a little undone. He kind of deserved an opportunity at the WWE title after getting some big wins. So he has the chance to take on Ryback this week. But we also have Randy Orton. He's going to face Roman Reigns. You got to go back to last week where Roman Reigns was beat up by Randy Orton, and Randy Orton left the match midway through. Randy Orton just simply did not trust Roman Reigns and decided to bail on the match, leaving Reigns high and dry. So, we'll talk about that more in a second as we have the first matchup. Truth and Consequences getting the victory. Natalya versus Naomi. We're going to have Naomi. She needed that victory a lot, so she gets the win. Charisma Co. They knock off the team of RVD and Sheamus. Maybe it might take a few weeks to get those two guys gelling a little bit more. And Kane, well, he beats Ryback, but I can tell you this. the Authority's not going to really care about this one. They know Ryback can get the job done. They're not exactly going to add Kane to this match to make it even more difficult for their man Ryback to get it done. Although, it would certainly benefit them to add another man in to perhaps take the title away from Randy Orton. But at this stage, I don't think the Authority is going to do that. I think they trust Ryback to get it done, and they're going to play their cards with the big guy. And here comes Dolph Ziggler. He's going to be 1 out of 4 men involved in the Fatal 4-Way match for the US title at Payback. That is going to be one huge match. Of course, Ziggler had a run-in with Cesaro at Extreme Rules and hasn't really gotten his opportunity for Payback. And perhaps Payback will be Dolph Ziggler's when he wins the US title and has the bragging rights over Cesaro. But this man, Big E, he managed to just kind of come away out of Extreme Rules as the US champion thanks to a quick count from Cesaro. It looks like Big E was going to get it done anyways, to be honest with you, but the quick count certainly helped Big E out in the end. He's been a dominant champion, and there's no disputing that. And this man, Seth Rollins, well, he has just recently decided to take a split, take a bit of time away from the tag team division right now in pursuit of the United States Championship. He's had a couple of decent matches, hasn't had a lot of success, but if he can win this tag team match here, that will certainly help him in pursuit of the US title coming up very, very soon. So we'll have to wait and see how exactly he fares with that. But of course, this man, Cesaro, coming out now, he has without a doubt been one of the top tier guys in the US title scene for quite some time, but Cesaro hasn't been able to string together the victories on the trot to really, I guess, make him a legitimate threat to the title. And unfortunately for him, he was just stuck as a special guest referee at Extreme Rules rather than being a participant in that match. But at Payback, that will all change, and now you add in Seth Rollins as well. Who knows who's going to win that match? It's going to be one hell of a match. I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to, we're going to get a bit of sneak peek right now as these 4 men will go at it right here in a tag team match here on Raw. And this situation really is an interesting one, as we have Ziggler. He's been emerging in recent weeks as to be the #1 contender, but Cesaro is still knocking on the door, and now Seth Rollins has just pretty much done enough to kind of sneak his way in. He's got a couple of victories that he's needed to get himself in this match. So really, all 4 of these men have equal opportunity to walk out as US champion. Obviously, Big E, he's been the dominant man in this whole situation. He continues to beat everyone there is to beat, and he's been doing that for months now. So really, when you think about it, Big E would have to be the definite favorite, but certainly Ziggler has looked good, Cesaro's looked good, and now Seth Rollins is looking good as well. And probably Dean Ambrose as well, a little hard done by not to sneak in this one as well. Obviously, you can't make it a 5-man matchup, but if you could, I'd say Dean Ambrose would probably enter the frame as well. So there's a lot of good contenders right now for that US title. So it's hard competition to kind of break away here on Monday Night Raw. As Seth Rollins tags out, in comes Cesaro. These 2 men, Ziggler and Cesaro, simply do not like each other. Ziggler feels still kind of betrayed that Cesaro would give him the quick count, and pretty pissed off at Cesaro. So these 2 men get a bit of an opportunity to go at it right now. But obviously, as well as that, they'll get a chance at Payback. And like I said before, it could be Ziggler having the last laugh against Cesaro, even though Cesaro screwed Ziggler over at Extreme Rules. Ziggler may just pin Cesaro to win the US title at Payback. That's the thing, you know, Big E doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title now, so Big E's in huge jeopardy right now to lose his title, which would be such a shame because he's had a great run as US champion, and he's certainly continuing to dominate. And I think Big E won the title at the Royal Rumble, if I recall. So we are now in June, so actually no, we're in May, sorry. So he's certainly had a great run as champion. So if he can continue to do it, I mean, Big E may go down as one of the great champions here in Universe Mode. And obviously he's done quite a lot here on Raw. He's kind of beaten a lot of the guys there is to beat. So perhaps if he does lose the title, maybe a SmackDown trade could be in the works. We know there will be trades being made when in the transition from 2k14 to 2k15. There'll be a big roster shake-up. So perhaps Big E may find himself on SmackDown if he does in fact lose the title. So I don't know if that'd be in the best interest of Big E, but I think a few of these guys wouldn't mind heading to SmackDown Obviously, Cesaro and Ziggler just came from SmackDown, but a guy like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, or even Roman Reigns, these guys, they're looking to break away as singles guys, but it's so difficult because there's so many great talents here on Raw, so they're going to obviously find it very difficult to do so. As Cesaro off the top rope, uppercut, flying uppercut, takes down Big E. And Big E throws Cesaro down and follows it up with a couple of right hands right here. So, Fatal 4-Way, Payback, that's one of our, I believe we have, it's the second match confirmed right now. Sorry, third match, if you count the one that came about earlier tonight. So, obviously, I guess they're all from Raw, aren't they? We have Randy Orton versus Ryback for the WWE Championship. We have Triple H versus Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred match. That is going to be one hell of a match. And obviously Brock Lesnar showing up here on Raw, getting a little bit of a sneak peek at what we're going to see at Payback. Both men getting one shot in each until being separated. So I'm excited for that one. That is going to be just a personal, bitter rivalry going ahead at Payback. And obviously Lesnar wants his payback against Triple H, because Triple H just kind of, like we said earlier, just kind of kicked him off the team. And without much of a reason, Lesnar held the title for 8 months, and just because he lost one match or 2 matches, that was it. So Lesnar wants an explanation, and he wants to get his bit of a revenge against the Authority. And of course, as well as that, we now know Fatal 4-Way for the US title: Ziggler, Big E, Rollins, and Cesaro. So Payback's shaping up to be a good card. We need to find out some SmackDown matches, so stay tuned for the next episode of Universe Mode, where we will find out some matches for the SmackDown. I can guarantee you that. I will let you guys know now, in the next episode of Universe Mode, Undertaker will face Batista one-on-one. If The Undertaker defeats Batista, then The Undertaker will be added to the John Cena versus Batista match at Payback, and that will be a triple threat matchup. But if Wade Barrett defeats John Cena, then it will be a Fatal 4-Way match. So if Undertaker is defeated by Batista, then it's still a one-on-one match. But if Wade Barrett beats Cena as well, then it's triple threat with Wade Barrett being inserted. So big implications on the line over on SmackDown this week. So do not miss it. That'll be the next episode of Universe Mode. That is going to be huge. So right now we still have this matchup, fatal tag team matchup between the 4 men that will be in the Fatal 4-Way matchup. Ziggler now entering this match, but Rollins takes down Ziggler, follows it up with a backbreaker, then a neckbreaker. Here we go with the cover, but Ziggler kicks out at 1. Seth Rollins is in control. Ziggler in huge trouble. Cover 2, but Big E breaks the count. So lucky. Cesaro couldn't get to Big E in time, and Ziggler stays alive in this match. Seth Rollins almost putting Dolph Ziggler away. And here we go, Ziggler, 1, 2, is he going to hit the 3rd? Yes, he does. 3 elbows right to the heart stopper. And now Seth Rollins is in trouble. Oh, yes, the zigzag, gotta be it. Here comes Cesaro, though. Cesaro breaks up the count. It's just a 2 count. Cesaro looking to pin Ziggler, but that's not going to happen. Cesaro's not the legal man. Ziggler wanted to get some, but Seth Rollins follows it up the sequence we saw earlier with another neck breaker, but Ziggler kicks out before a count. So right now, even match right now. Seth Rollins took down Ziggler, but then Ziggler, he struck back. So it's anyone's game right now. The 2 non-legal men are keeping this match alive. Submission hold. Ziggler is in massive trouble. Is he going to get out? He almost tapped, but looks as though he may just struggle his way out. But the damage has been done. Seth Rollins dominating Ziggler right now. Shoulders down. Cesaro right in the middle of the ring, though. So what will we see at Payback between these 4 men? It's going to be one just crazy match. And we have 2 big powerhouses in Cesaro and Big E, and two technical men that can do it all really. And Seth Rollins and Ziggler. We know Seth Rollins loves to fly as well, so it's going to be one crazy match. As here we go. Are we going to see it? Big E's now in the match. Takes down Cesaro. Goes after Rollins. He takes him down as well. Is he going to put Cesaro away? Cesaro lifted over the top. And he's looking to perhaps finish off Cesaro right here. The United States Champion is in this match. He's flying. And are we going to see an ending? It's a big one. It's the big ending. Down goes Cesaro. 1, 2. Seth Rollins. Oh, just a second too late. A fraction of a second too late. Ziggler and Langston win this match. The US Champion and Dolph Ziggler gain much needed momentum heading in towards the Fatal 4-Way. Cesaro and Rollins half a second too late on that one in stopping the match and staying alive. But Big E, he gets it done. He wins this match for his team. And I tell you what, the US Champion is going to be very, very tough to beat. He's in top-notch form right now. The momentum is certainly behind him. He's been beating everybody. And tonight he was able to coincide with Dolph Ziggler to knock off Rollins and Cesaro. Great victory for Big E and Ziggler. And of course we've got a big match coming up next as well. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. What a start to Raw we've seen. And Ziggler and Big E have the momentum for Payback. Who's going to walk out US Champion? We'll find out in a couple of weeks' time. But I'm looking forward to it. Fatal 4-Way for the US title as we move on now to our main event for Monday Night Raw. You got to go back to last week on Raw. As you can see here, Randy Orton and Roman Reigns are teaming up. And Randy Orton, he took out Roman Reigns and walked away. It seems as though Randy Orton just did not trust Roman Reigns, and that's a fair enough call. You know, why would Randy Orton trust Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns being affiliated with the Authority for so long? Randy Orton, he knew that from first-hand experience with dealing with the Shield. So he didn't trust Roman Reigns, so he took him out. And now, Roman Reigns wants some answers, and he may get them tonight, but he's going to have to take down Randy Orton first, as Randy Orton and Roman Reigns are going to square off and I guess unleash any anger or any mistrust between each other inside the ring. And Roman Reigns is going to get his chance for redemption by taking down Randy Orton here tonight. Roman Reigns is trying to move up into the main event scene. Perhaps Roman Reigns can make a statement tonight by beating the WWE Champion for future references. Hang on. Orton, oh, he takes down the referee to kick this one off. So here we go, Reigns and Orton to start this matchup without a referee. So will these two take advantage of that? It was an accidental shot there from Randy Orton. He tried to take down Roman Reigns to start this match off, but instead he accidentally hit the referee. So Reigns and Orton kicking this one off without a ref. And a suplex down. Down goes Orton, but the referee's back to his feet. He didn't sell it for 25 minutes this time. He only sold it for 25 seconds. So kudos to the referee for regaining his health so quickly. As down goes Orton on the second rope. What's Reigns thinking here? Oh, a big boot right to the skull of Orton. So Reigns in control early on here. Obviously Randy Orton, WWE Champion. Big match coming up at Payback against Ryback. That is going to be one hell of a fight. And obviously, I think it doesn't really matter if Orton or Ryback loses that matchup, or any matches coming up soon, I should say. I think that match is set in stone. It's obviously just a simple case of the Authority wants Ryback to be their next guy, and they trust Ryback to be the guy, so they're going to make sure that that Ryback has the best possible chance of winning that match. So a one-on-one matchup, no stipulation applied yet. I don't know if that'll change, but right now it's just Orton and Ryback one-on-one for the title, and obviously the Authority wants to get Randy Orton away from that title so desperately, but Randy Orton wants to finish the Authority, and I think Ryback is probably the Authority's last throw of the dice right now. Who else would really join ranks with the Authority? There's nobody else that's really been affiliated with the Authority. I suppose the three members of the Shield, perhaps, which is why Randy Orton is taking down Roman Reigns right now. He doesn't trust Roman Reigns because it's very possible that Roman Reigns could align himself with the Authority, and Roman Reigns has been trying to tell Orton that he's no longer a part of the Authority, and which is fair enough. We haven't seen the Shield really be involved with the Authority for quite a number of months now, but we know the Shield was heavily linked with the Authority for a long time there, and the Shield kind of moved away and tried to focus on winning Tag Team Gold rather than working with the Authority for a while. But now they're no longer a part of the Tag Team division, and now the singles guys, you never know. Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose could align themselves with Triple H in hopes to earn a big payday and maybe even get a title shot or title run in the future thanks to the Authority. So certainly a lot on the line as Reigns with the Russian leg sweep takes down Randy Orton. And I don't know, I think Reigns has a lot to prove here. He's had a bit of a rough start. Obviously, he had to beat Ryback one-on-one to get himself a #1 contendership opportunity. He was unable to do so, and then of course last week he had the tag team matchup where he and Sheamus ended up losing thanks to Randy Orton walking out on them. So it's been a tough start to Roman Reigns' singles career, but he could easily turn it all around with a couple of big victories. There's no doubting that. And obviously if he beat Randy Orton here, he'll certainly throw his name in the title picture if Ryback, of course, does not win. So that'll be very interesting to see what will happen with Ryback if he does not win. Will the Authority give him another opportunity, or will they give Daniel Bryan a shot finally, or maybe we'll see a triple threat or a fatal four-way? I don't know what the Authority would do. Hopefully they don't have to come to that situation for their own sake, as they would love to have Ryback just have one opportunity and beat Orton for it. As oh, wow, what a Samoan drop from Roman Reigns. Very impressive there. He launched Orton up in the air and he took him down also to the outside of the ring as well, so even more damage being done to the WWE Champion right now, who needs to try and remain as healthy as possible heading in towards Payback. He knows he's got one hell of a fight, probably the fight of his life against Ryback, because Randy Orton knows how important that match is, because he has to have a victory there to finally put the Authority away for good, because if Ryback loses, you could argue that could be the end of the Authority, and maybe, unless, I guess, Triple H steps in the ring himself, there's really no one else for Orton to face that's representing the Authority. So, a DDT to the outside there takes down Orton. We know Reigns is not really going to want to win this one by count-out, but Orton's back to his feet anyways. There's a 2 count. Oh, we see that Samoan drop again. Down goes Orton to the outside of the ring right now. So Randy Orton is in a lot of trouble against Roman Reigns here. Reigns in full control. Oh, a clothesline. Down goes Randy Orton. And the Authority will have to be smiling about this one. And obviously Reigns could be a potential new recruit. He's now a solo man. But we don't know what Roman Reigns' intentions are right now. His intentions are just to, I guess, be WWE Champion and win matches. But you never know. He could align himself with the right people. Or he may just try and do it all solo. We know, I think he's probably looking for more of a solo act, I think, Roman Reigns, rather than trying to be in a group. He's been in a group with the Shield for so long now. He wants to kind of prove himself as a solo figure. And a 2 count. Oh, Orton just kicking out at 2. I thought for a moment Reigns had it won. So just to finish that point off, I think Roman Reigns may be looking just to stay by himself rather than joining up with the Authority or anything like that. As a power slam, down goes Reigns, and a kick out at 1. Randy Orton trying to get himself back in this match. The champion, here we go, Desperez. Oh, 3 shots right to the side of Roman Reigns' skull. Here's a cover. 2, no, a 1 count. Reigns powering out. And oh, a clothesline. And Orton is feeling it right now. Orton is coming back strong in this match. Can he hit the RKO? He's setting him up for it. Oh, just decides to hit a clothesline instead. And now he's looking to perhaps hit it again. I don't know. Oh, Reigns with the... Oh, I thought he hit the spear. But Orton countered. Orton countered the spear. There's a rope break. Uh-oh. Inside cradle. Here's a cover. 2. Reigns kicks out at 2. Oh, RKO out of nowhere. Oh, we've seen that so many times. Orton gets the victory. A 3 count over Roman Reigns. Reigns almost had it won. He went for the spear. Orton countered it. And a few moments later, he turned that into an RKO and puts Roman Reigns away. But you gotta say, Roman Reigns was very impressive in this match. It was all Reigns until those final moments. So the champion, Randy Orton, just gets away with a victory in this one. I thought for a moment Reigns had it done, but the champion proving to everyone as to why he is WWE Champion, finding a way to win. There it was, the RKO, proving the impossible to be possible. He beats Roman Reigns here tonight. Big victory for Orton, a much needed one. So Roman Reigns getting the reality check that it's a lot more difficult now that he's by his lonesome, than it is to be in a group and have 2 other guys helping him out at the same time. Roman Reigns having a tough start to his singles career, but Randy Orton continuing to build momentum heading in towards the Payback pay-per-view, where he will face Ryback one-on-one. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. If you please would leave a like on the video, that would mean so much to me. As well as that, please subscribe and follow me on Twitter. Join the forums, BrendenPlayz.com. Like me on Facebook as well. All those links can be found in the description down below. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next video. Continue the discussion about this video and everything to do with BrendenPlayz by using the hashtag BPZ.